Most of you who follow my channel already know this, but the war on drugs is a war on us. It's a for-profit war on the people, and that's it, and that's all. And the way you know that is all you have to do is look at the statistics and the numbers and the studies, and then you'll figure it out. But right now the system is proving that that is true by trying to ban Cray Tom. And I will get to what Cray Tom is in just a moment. But first I just want to point something out. According to the American Society of Addiction Medicine, the #1 cause of accidental death in the U.S. is drug overdoses, but specifically pharmaceutical drug overdoses. Of the 47,055 people in America who died of an overdose in 2014, just for an example, 40% of them died taking prescription pain relievers, specifically pain relievers. It is a simple, undeniable fact that the perfectly legal FDA-approved pills are killing more people than any other drug out there. Thousands of people a year. I started writing about this back in September 2016 when the DEA started a huge campaign to try and ban Cray Tom, another harmless leaf. What is Cray Tom and why are they banning it? Cray Tom is a leaf from a tropical evergreen tree that's in the coffee family. It's indigenous to Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Myanmar, and Papua New Guinea. And it's something that people have safely used for thousands of years to fight pain, to treat depression, to treat anxiety. It's just a leaf. And people chew it or they grind it up and they put it in water and drink it, stuff like that. They use it, actually, another use for it is getting off of prescription opioids. So you can probably already see why this is one they're trying to ban. But the DEA came out and they said it's a very dangerous drug. They're going to add it to the Schedule 1 list of totally horrible, dangerous drugs because it killed 15 people. And not 15 people in a year. It was in a range of years they claimed that Cray Tom had killed 15 people. Well, as this very astute person noted in the We the People petition that they put up back in August of 2016, all of the deaths, all 15 of these deaths that are related to Cray Tom are always because the person who took it mixed it with pharmaceutical prescription pills and alcohol and stuff like that. Every single time. The one time they almost declared a person's death to Cray Tom, and this was one death, that they were going to say, well, definitely that person died of Cray Tom. The only reason they were going to do that is because the person had a combination of antidepressants, an anticonvulsant, and Cray Tom in the system, and they had more Cray Tom than the other two. And so they were going to say it was possibly caused by the Cray Tom, but they don't honestly know. And with that combination of drugs in your system, there's lots of things that can probably kill you if you mix with that. In addition, in the states that have banned Cray Tom, and there are 6 states, including Alabama, opiate usage and deaths have gone up when they banned that leaf in that state. And so over 145, almost 146,000 people signed this petition to the government saying, please don't make Cray Tom a Schedule 1 substance. And there was a huge outrage over this. This is maybe the one time a We the People petition ever actually did anything at all. Because when all of these people did this, they were also calling their senators, calling their representatives, signing petitions all over the place, flooding the DEA with letters and phone calls. And ultimately, a group of 51 members of the House of Representatives and 9 senators sent letters to the acting DEA administrator protesting them adding this leaf to the Schedule 1 list. And so they ended up having to withdraw because there was such a huge public outcry. Well, but now that it's a new year and we've got Jeff Sessions in there, who's just such a wonderful human being when it comes to civil liberties. Now the FDA is going to try and ban Cray Tom because it's so dangerous and horrible to people. This is, by the way, the same FDA who just approved a couple years ago Zohydro. So they're saying that the opioid addiction is a global crisis. It's causing thousands and thousands of deaths every single year. And what did the FDA do in the middle of that crisis of death and suffering? Well, they approved a new prescription narcotic painkiller that's 5 times as strong as the regular hydrocodone that's killing everyone, which 2 of the FDA's own controlled substances staff originally warned would be more abused than hydrocodone and was a worse drug. And they went against their own staff's advice and approved it anyways, approving an even more addictive, deadlier painkiller. You see how that works? So they're fighting every natural pain medication tooth and nail to try and force people to take these chemical cocktails. And this is, by the way, despite the fact that it is on record and totally proven that while they're trying to scare everyone because 15 people died in this range of years, it was a range of years. It wasn't just a single year. These 15 people died. Over 100,000 people die every single year taking prescription medications as directed on the label. So pharmaceutical companies kill over 100,000 people a year, and those are people that didn't overdose. That doesn't count as drug overdoses. That's another 100,000 people who die taking FDA-approved prescription medications as directed. So what's more of a crisis, right? What's more of a health crisis to the American people? 15 people who mixed a plant with other drugs, antidepressants, and pharmaceuticals, and they died of a combinatory effect? Or over 100,000 people who die taking legal drugs as directed, or the thousands upon thousands of people who die every single year from prescription painkiller overdoses. What's the bigger crisis here? And the reason that this is happening right now and they're trying to do this to everyone is because of this. Between 2008 and 2016, pharmaceutical companies synthesized 3 different opioids from Cray Tom, the dangerous, horrible drug the DEA wants to add to Schedule I and the FDA wants to ban. It's so dangerous and so horrible that pharmaceutical companies synthesized it and patented the synthesized alkaloids from this plant. And that is why they want to ban it, because they know that people aren't going to buy the synthesized pharmaceutical version when they can get the real, actual, natural plant. This is disgusting. And it should piss everyone off. And it's maybe the only time that things like petitions and phone calls actually seem to matter. Because this is one of the only things they actually listen to any of us on. If we become a country that allows another harmless plant that actually helps people to be added to a schedule where they can ban it and put people in jail for this, to try and force everyone to take poisonous pharmaceutical concoctions, then we really are a country of total slaves. On this anti-media article about it, there's a phone number down here at the bottom that you can call. You can press 3, then press 4, and you can give the FDA your comments. I really hope that there are more petitions. I really hope that more people call their representatives and this doesn't happen again, just like they tried to do it last year and it didn't happen. Because all that's going to happen if they do ban this, if they do add it to Schedule I, is a lot more people are going to die. A lot more people with unmanageable pain issues who do not want to fill their bodies with addictive pharmaceutical poisons are going to be forced into that. That's what they're trying to do, is just to force everyone to purchase deadly addictive painkillers. I'm sorry, you guys. This one pisses me off because I have a sister who, well, her whole life has been ruined over addictive prescription painkillers. Her entire life. And it just makes me sick that they're trying to force everyone onto this disgusting, murderous system for profits. You know? I mean, one of the first things Trump did when he became president was meet with all of the heads of the pharmaceutical companies and take a picture smiling alongside these freaking murderous assholes. And it just makes me want to throw up. And then get Jeff Sessions in there so he can renew the war on drugs like the ignorant jerk he is. It just makes me sick, I guess. And so I'm going to put this phone number, I'm going to put this phone number at the end of the video if you want to give it a call. I mean, the bottom line here is that they're trying to ban another harmless leaf. They want to take away the natural substances so that you can have your legally approved fake one. The bans are not about keeping anyone safe. If the system wanted to keep people safe, they would restrict the prescription drugs that have killed hundreds of thousands of people in this country. It's about ensuring that people will have no natural alternatives to healing themselves except for giant pharmaceutical corporations who synthesize their products to ensure addiction and death. The war on drugs is a war on us. And that's all.